MODELMIND72 coming at you on your computer screen saying, "What's up, universe?" MODELMIND72 doing another episode of how to lay your model. In this episode we'll be talking about body mods. In the introductory video we were discussing chopping the top, channeling, the body melt, sectioning, things like that. And in this particular build we have before us, this is the example Snow White, which I've been doing a lot of building on this car, but I haven't been able to take as much video on it as I would have liked to. But I've gotten a minute here, so I'm gonna try to go over some of the process of where we are. Basically, Snow White has a body melt done. I didn't do any I didn't chop the top. I thought about chopping the top, but so far that hasn't happened. I'm not saying I won't chop the top, and because I'm not really done with the painting at all. I mean, I threw a couple of coats of gloss white on it, and I know that it's going to be the finish. The final finish is going to be, you know, white of some sort. I don't know exactly. I need to go look at some paints and see if I can actually come up with a final finish on this particular piece. But right now, you know, it is where it is. I've done a lot of extensive scratch building on the interior tub, which is completely 100%, you know, scratch built, and even actually scratch built these racing seats here that I've installed. Got the driver side installed. So if I can do this without it messing up the focus. Does have a removable steering wheel, racing steering wheel. Got it's kind of a look at the cage that I'm building up. Some of the engine work right there. Body modifications also that I've been kicking around is the been thinking about doing a front spoiler, a custom made front spoiler that would go stick out, wrap around from the front fender flare here all the way out around the front. But you know, this is the whole scratch built custom spoiler. I've been thinking about cooking up an ideal on that one. I don't know if I'm going to modify. I've always loved the design of the this spoiler here. I was thinking about intensifying it by going up a little bit more. The trunk is opened, so I don't know exactly. I mean, if I did, I would have to incorporate so it can move. But like I say, still in the process of designing fabrication. There again, you know, it's always building around things. This particular model was built around the engine. You know, I started with the engine for those that are, you know, following along, and built everything around started here and then built everything from here, you know, back to accommodate, depending on your project. Like I said before, you can start a project with just a set of wheels and build everything from the ground up around a set of, you know, wheels. You can do it from the engine, you can do it from the body, the way it sets, final setting position. The body melt that was done actually has lowered the stock 79 body to be able to be as low as we see here in front of us. It's really just for the overall visual. That's why you have to scratch build your whole custom, you know, cockpit and suspension and everything, because in order to achieve this visual, you've got to scratch build. I mean, there's just no way around it. But with the body melt, it even makes it even lower. You know, if you put a stock 79 body beside this one, you would just see the overall. It's very subtle when you're looking at it. It's a very subtle approach, the body melt. It's like you look at it and you think, well, something's different, but you can't quite figure out exactly, you know, what's going on, but you know something's going on. And that was the whole idea, was to be very subtle but very visually appealing, to where, you know, it's like something's going on, I just can't figure out what it is. The body melt actually sinks the whole body into the ground, which actually gives you totally different dimensions, and then you build up from your engine and your wheel, you know, wheel and wheel selection, and then you scratch build your cockpit according to the perimeter of your body as it sets. I mean, like dash height, for instance, you know, just dash height, it's all calculated by where that windshield falls on that window frame, the height of it, you know, where that falls, that's where that dash gets put in and built to accordingly. I got custom gauges. I drilled out the gauges with a drill bit and put in some red lenses for digital readouts for all the gauges. Still need to make the transmission tub that goes back. A lot of scratch building on the front end suspension here. Just it's coming along nicely, very organically, just letting it kind of build itself. Once you get going with a lot of these concepts, they kind of, when you're using the concept of building around things kind of tend to fall into place in a natural organic state, to where if this goes here, this has to go here, this go here, this go there, and you can just build up, you know, till you get your completed build. Lots of fun, lots of enjoyment on Snow White. Big shout out to all my subscribers and all my followers that are watching this series and keeping the channel jumping. A lot of big changes coming to the channel in the future. I hope to do some future channel talks to kind of keep everybody in the loop. But I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful, glorious day, night, evening, morning, whatever time you're catching this vid. Just keep rocking, keep building. MODELMIND72, over and out.